Hello students, welcome to your WebSeek.Academy English channel. Today, we will discuss the poem The Lotus, which is a part of the first semester BSc English syllabus. This beautiful and symbolic poem is written by Toru Dutt, one of the earliest Indian poets to write in English. A note on the poet. Toru Dutt, 1856 to 1877, was born into a well-known family in Rambagan, Kolkata. Her family converted to Christianity in 1862, and they remained devout Christians throughout their lives. However, she never lost touch with Hinduism and was much inspired by Hindu mythology and legends, and this is reflected in her works. She was the first Indian woman poet to write in English, and is often referred to as the Keats of Indo-English literature. She wrote in both English and French and left behind an impressive legacy of poetry and prose when she died at the young age of 21. The Lotus Summary. Introduction. The poem, The Lotus, is a short allegorical, symbolic poem where Toru Dutt presents a rivalry between two famous flowers, the rose and the lily. The poet uses this flower rivalry to show how the lotus, an important flower in Indian culture, is the perfect combination of beauty and purity. First stanza. Love came to Flora asking for a flower. That would of flowers be undisputed queen. The lily and the rose, long had been rivals for that high honor. The poem opens with love, the god of love, visiting Flora, goddess of flowers. Love wants Flora to create a new flower that would be accepted as the undisputed queen of all flowers. Until now, the lily and the rose had been competing, rivals, for this title, with no clear winner. Both flowers are famous, the rose for its beauty and the lily for its grace, but the competition between them remains unresolved. Second stanza. Bards of power had sung their claims. The rose can never tower like the pale lily with her Juno mane. But is the lily lovelier? Thus between flower factions rang the strife in Flora's bower. Here, Toru Dutt says that great poets, bards, have supported both the rose and the lily in their poetry. Some say the rose is beautiful, but it can never stand tall and proud like the lily, who looks majestic, just like Juno, queen of the Roman gods. However, others question if the lily is truly more beautiful than the rose. Because of these divided opinions, a constant quarrel or strife happens in Flora's bower, garden. Third stanza. Give me a flower delicious as the rose, and stately as the lily in her pride. But of what color? Rose red, love first chose, then prayed, no, lily white, or both provide. To settle the issue, love asks Flora to create a flower that is as charming and sweet as the rose, and as dignified and grand as the lily. Flora asks him what color the new flower should be. First, love chooses rose red for beauty, but then he changes his mind and says lily white would also be nice or better, a combination of both colors. Fourth stanza. And Flora gave the lotus, rose red, died, and lily white, the queenliest flower that blows. Flora fulfills love's wish by creating the lotus. The lotus has the rose red color for beauty and the lily white for purity, making it the perfect flower. Thus, the lotus becomes the queenliest flower, the most majestic and superior among all flowers. Themes in the poem. 1. Harmony and balance. The lotus combines the best qualities of both the rose, beauty, and the lily, purity, symbolizing how harmony is better than rivalry. 2. Ideal beauty. True beauty is shown as a balance between charm and dignity, a combination of outward attractiveness and inner purity. 3. Resolution of conflict. Instead of siding with one flower, Flora creates a new one, ending the dispute. The theme shows that creation and compromise are better than fighting. 4. National pride. By choosing the lotus, a sacred flower in Indian tradition, Toru Dutt expresses pride in Indian culture and its rich heritage. 5. Mythology and nature. The poem draws heavily from Greek and Roman mythology, love, Flora, Juno, and shows nature as alive, full of emotions and competitions. Short answer questions. 1. What does love ask Flora, the goddess of flowers? Answer. Love asks Flora to create a flower that would be the undisputed queen among all flowers, combining the best qualities of the rose and the lily. 2. Where did the flower factions ring strife? Answer. The flower factions rang strife in Flora's bower, which means the arguments and rivalry between supporters of the rose and lily took place in the garden of Flora. 3. How does the flower goddess solve the strife? Answer. Flora solves the strife by creating the lotus, a flower that combines the beauty of the rose and the dignity of the lily, ending the rivalry between the two flowers. 4. Which of the following qualities is ascribed to the rose? A. Being delicious. B. Being fragrant. C. Being stately. D. Being flighty. Answer. A. Being delicious. 5. Which of the following words is not used to describe the lily? A. Stately. B. Pride. C. White. D. Blushing. Answer. D. Blushing. 6. The had sung the praises of the rose and the lily for many ages. Answer. Bards. Answer each of the following questions in about one page. 1. Highlight the significance of the colors of the lotus. Answer. The colors of the lotus rose red and lily white have great significance in the poem. The rose red color represents beauty, charm, and attraction, qualities traditionally associated with the rose. The lily white color stands for purity, dignity, and majesty, which are characteristics linked to the lily. By combining these two colors, the lotus symbolizes the perfect blend of physical beauty and spiritual purity. The two colors also reflect how true greatness comes from uniting the best traits of different things. Thus, the lotus becomes the ideal flower, surpassing both the rose and the lily. 2. What is meant by the line, like the pale lily with her Juno mean? Answer. The line, like the pale lily with her Juno mean, compares the lily to the Roman goddess Juno, who is known for her regal and majestic appearance. Here, the lily is described as tall, pale, and noble, just like Juno. The word mean means appearance or manner. So, this line means that the lily has a dignified and proud look, which makes it appear royal and impressive, much like the goddess Juno herself. 3. Why couldn't love choose between the two flowers? Answer. Love could not choose between the two flowers because both the rose and the lily had their unique and special qualities. The rose was charming and attractive, while the lily was dignified and pure. Love wanted a flower that had both beauty and stateliness. Since each flower was strong in only one quality, love found it difficult to pick one over the other. This led to the desire for a new flower that combined the best qualities of both, resulting in the creation of the lotus. 4. Explain the line, bards of power had sung their claims. Answer. The line, bards of power had sung their claims means that great and influential poets, bards, had praised both the rose and the lily for many years. These poets wrote beautiful verses in favor of both flowers, describing their beauty and greatness. Their poetry added to the rivalry between the rose and the lily, making it difficult to decide which flower deserved to be called the queen. 5. The lotus is referred to as the queenliest flower. Justify. Answer. The lotus is called the queenliest flower because it successfully combines the best qualities of both the rose and the lily. It has the rose beauty and delightful charm, and the lily's purity and nobility. Flora, the goddess of flowers, created the lotus at the request of love to end the rivalry between the rose and the lily. By blending the colors rose red and lily white, the lotus achieves perfect balance and harmony. This unique combination makes the lotus superior to all other flowers, deserving the title of the queenliest flower. Answer each of the following questions in about 2 pages. 1. Recount the circumstances leading to the creation of the lotus flower. Answer. In Toru Dutt's poem The Lotus, the creation of the lotus flower occurs because of a dispute among flowers in Flora's garden. Love, the god of love, finds himself unable to choose between the rose and the lily. Both flowers possess admirable but different qualities. The rose is associated with beauty, charm, and sweetness, while the lily stands for dignity, pride, and purity. The supporters of each flower were engaged in constant quarrels, each claiming superiority for their flower. This conflict created a lot of unrest and strife in Flora's bower garden. Flora, the goddess of flowers, is approached by love with a request to create a new flower that would settle the arguments once and for all by combining the best traits of both the rose and the lily. Flora, listening to love's appeal, decides to create a flower that would incorporate the rose's vibrant color and the lily's stately appearance. Thus, she gives birth to the lotus, a flower blending rose red and lily white hues. The lotus possesses both beauty and majesty, becoming the ultimate queen of flowers. Its creation finally ends the dispute among the flowers, as it unites all the noble qualities that the rose and lily individually represented. Hence, the lotus emerges from the need to resolve rivalry and establish a perfect, undisputed flower that embodies ideal beauty and dignity, fulfilling love's wish. 2. Elaborate on the theme of the poem. How does the diction enhance or contribute to the tone? Answer. The main theme of the lotus is the harmonious blending of beauty and nobility to create perfection. Toru Dutt suggests that true excellence comes not from individual brilliance but from combining the finest qualities of different things. The poem also explores themes of rivalry, creation, beauty, unity, and idealism. Another important theme is the resolution of conflict through creation. The rose and the lily symbolize two opposing but admirable traits. Their conflict is only resolved when a new flower, the lotus, is created, highlighting the poet's belief in synthesis rather than division. The diction, choice of words, significantly enhances the tone of the poem. Words like delicious, bright, pale, queenliest, and flower factions give a majestic, serious, and formal tone to the poem. The use of mythological references, love, Flora, Juno, adds a classical and elevated style, matching the importance of the creation being described. Moreover, Toru Dutt's rich, descriptive language makes the flowers come alive in the reader's mind. Her choice of words gives grandeur to the poem and fits the solemn yet celebratory mood as the lotus is created. The slightly formal and poetic diction raises the tone from a simple story about flowers to a reflection on perfection and harmony. Thus, the diction supports the poem's majestic and harmonious tone, aligning beautifully with its deeper themes. 3. How does the poet use colors and Greek mythology to demonstrate the theme of the poem? Use examples from the text to substantiate your answer. Answer. Toru Dutt cleverly uses colors and Greek mythology to demonstrate her themes of perfection, unity, and the blending of the best qualities in the lotus. The colors used in the poem rose red and lily white are symbolic. The rose red color stands for passion, energy, beauty, and love. The lily white color symbolizes purity, dignity, and serenity. By combining these two colors in the lotus, the poet shows how different virtues can be merged to create a perfect and harmonious whole. The lotus, thus, is not merely a new flower but a symbol of ideal unity. The poet also uses Greek mythology extensively. She refers to Flora, the Roman goddess of flowers, and love, likely referring to Cupid, the god of love. Another mythological figure mentioned is Juno, the queen of the gods, known for her proud and majestic bearing. When the poet describes the lily as having Juno mane, she highlights the lily's stateliness and pride. These mythological references elevate the importance of the flowers and the situation, giving the poem a grand, timeless feeling. They make the conflict among flowers seem like a serious and dignified matter worthy of divine intervention. Through these classical images and symbolic colors, Toru Dutt illustrates the central theme, that true beauty and greatness come from the union of diverse strengths, and that harmony, rather than rivalry, leads to perfection. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to WebSeek.Academy for more English lessons and notes. See you in the next video. Until then, keep knowing and keep growing.